guys, Marco here, welcome back to another lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to play a beautiful and sweet chord progression. Now there is one musical element that you can use all the time if you want to add a little bit more sugar to the chords. Now I'm going to play the chord progression and then I want to see if you can figure out which musical element I am talking about. Now the chords are this one. Well, that's pretty obvious, right? We kept the top three strings the same for each chord. D add 9, D add 9 over F over C sharp, B minor 7, A sus 4, G add 9, D major over F sharp, E minor 7, and the A sus 4 again. Now this approach is called pedal tone and you can use it all the time, you know, it works for any key, any chord progression. If I play something in C major, for example, and I'm going to keep the top two strings the same. So we're going to analyze the chord progression that I was playing at the beginning of the video. We are also going to add a beautiful melody to these chords, so I'm sure you're going to love this lesson. Now you can get the tab and support this channel. Just check my Patreon page. Thank you so much for all the people who support me there. You are awesome, guys. Now let's figure out the chords. We said that the top three strings will always be the same. So the G string fret 2, the B string fret 3, and the E string open. And obviously, depending on which bass note we play, it will definitely obviously affect the chord. Now, the first chord is D major, so we need the D string as the bass. Now, the finger picking pattern is this one. We have thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, and ring. It's 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you want to make sure that you let it ring out all the time. So the over ringing is extremely important. Now the second chord is a D add 9 over C sharp. So we're going to change the bass note and play the A string on the fret number 5. The finger picking pattern is slightly different. This time we're going to have thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, and middle. Now you want to memorize these two patterns because we are going to repeat the pattern 1 and pattern 2 throughout the entire chord progression. So now the third chord is the B minor 7 with the additional 11th, okay? So we're gonna play like this. We're gonna have to reorganize the fingering. We have the A string fret 2 and then always the G string 2, the B string 3, and the E string open. We started like this, now we're playing the G string with the second finger. Same finger picking pattern, the pattern 1. So we have thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, and ring on the top E string open. Now the third chord is the A sus 4, and you're just gonna get rid of this index finger and just play the 5th string open, and you have it. We're playing the pattern 2. The third chord is G add 9, a G6 with the additional 9, and we're coming from this chord, so we're gonna play like this. Beautiful sounding chord. And so you want to play the G string, the low E string fret number 3 with the note G, and you have the pattern 1. Next chord is a D add 9 over F sharp, so we kind of want to swap over these two fingers and play the low E string fret number 2, and then 2, and then 3. The top three strings are always the same, and we play the pattern 1. So the next chord is the E minor 7 add 11, beautiful sounding chord, just a low E string, and then obviously fret 2, 3, and open. We're playing the pattern 1, so we're gonna play thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, and ring. And we finish with the A sus 4, which we're going to play with a different pattern. And we're gonna play the A string open and the B string fret number 3, the G string fret 2, and we finish on the B string fret number 3. So this is the only time where we actually change the top 3 strings. So and we go again. Now we're going to add a different section to the exercise just to give it a little bit of a structure. Plus this melody is beautiful. It sounds like classical music, and we're going to play like this. And 4 and... So we're going to change the chord progression. We're still starting with the D major chord, and we play the D string open with the top A string fret number 2, then 3, and then 5. And we're going to repeat that. So we repeat that 4 times, and then on the 4th time we just keep going with the melody. Fret number 3, 2, open, and the B string fret number 3. Now the second chord is the A major chord. So we just play the A string and the E string open, the B string fret 2, and the G string fret number 2. Now we're going to play the same melody on the B minor. The notes are different, but the shape is the same. Now, on the B minor, things are a little bit more difficult because we have to hold the bass note down, the note B on the A string fret number 2, as we play the melody. So, the melody is on the B string fret number 3, E string open, and the E string fret number 2. We're going to repeat that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we keep going. Fret number 3, 2, open, and the B string fret number 3. And the G chord. And we have just, like 3 notes, the low E string and the B string fret number 3. Pluck that together. The G string and the D string. And we go again. Now when you play the melody the second time, there is an additional embellishment that you can add if you want. It's a little bit more challenging, but it's just beautiful. So I want to show it to you. You don't necessarily have to add it, but if you want to challenge yourself, just go for it. It sounds like this. So this is this little thrill on the... So you play the phrase 4 times. Then you go back to 3 and then to 2. This is when you add a hammer on 3, pull off on 2, and pull off on 0. So... And then you finish the phrase on the B string fret 3, and then you have the A major. Now on the B minor we do the same. So you play the phrase. Now the E string fret number 3, and then 2. So 2, hammer on, pull off, and the B string fret number 3, and you finish with the G. Now this is just if you want to add a little bit more rhythm to the phrase, but you don't have to. So if you want to challenge yourself, go for it. Otherwise, just play the phrase twice the same. And that's it, guys. So after the phrase, we can either just end with the D major, or we can just keep going. and we end here. So that's it, guys. This is how you play this beautiful and sweet chord progression as well as this beautiful classical melody. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.